I apologize. My husband had made me some cream cheese and toast, and he said, "Eat." I didn't eat last night. I cooked, taste, but didn't eat last night. So now we have extra moose steak. So, Dansei, I'm Elder Medicine America. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about Mother Earth and the changes that are going around. I've also, from a very good friend that we consider each other relatives, and this couple lives very high in the mountain, and they say they are afraid of human beings. They come down for one only what they need, and they are living in the old-fashioned way that my great-grandmother used to live, which is only lantern. Excuse me. Good morning, Tensei. Okay. Oh, greetings, Griff, Lisa Ann, Boris, and of course, Mr. Sparky, you want to jump in? You're more welcome to, hon. If you got things to do, Mama understands. Yesterday was, forgive me for saying a bad word. I really don't cuss, and I don't like it. I don't like to cuss, but other people, that is all them, but not me. Of course, he always comes in. I wonder if your wife ever says, "Get off the computer."
She does.
That's my husband. He says, "Who are you gonna talk to now?" Someone in the circle. And he says, "Man, they call you constantly." Especially when they're demanding things, and he's like, "Nope." He'll purposely come out wherever he's coming from. "Nope, she can't do nothing for you."
Good for him.
Yeah, he made a few council members really upset because I was on a Zoom meeting, and then when you have like 30 people on one side, you could do a private talk as a person. He puts his head in them. "You owe my wife half of her lifetime."
Good for him. They need to hear that every once in a while. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, Mama Rainfeather used to do that to them all the time. She says, "What language?" She'll say, "Inakotahene." What language will you want me to speak? So things have come up about her too, I'm going to say. And I got emails from relatives, meaning different tribals. They say, "Why honor her? She's gone." Well, she lives with me internally, as well as my mother and my great-grandmother. And sometimes relatives, people forget where they learned the traditions because they're blindsided. And me, being such stubborn I am, I have a habit of opening and allowing many, many people in. and trying to explain to help whatever organizations or just general. So calling them in my circle to say, how can I bring comfort? And I hear, you are comfort. You do not need to please anybody. You do not need to tell people what they really need. They need to learn. So I'm going to take that advice. And another advice I was told last night after an hour of talking as I'm cooking.
Who would do that?
You will never believe who it was. So this weekend, we are leaving Friday. We're heading out to the border, California and Nevada. I'm going to go up. I have gotten some of the treats out. My husband says, I'll drive up part of the way. If you want, we'll bring the four-wheeler. And you go, no. It would help, but no, they don't like those.
The
They
noise.
don't like the noise of it. Because they right away they think it's government and or military and
Yeah.
so I told
That's
him,
good though. That's getting out there is good.
Yeah. He goes, you can take the walker as you go up. And I said, no, I'm going to use my cane. He goes, but what if you fall? They'll carry me back down. He says, I don't know. Well, hello there, Richie. Welcome, welcome.
What's up, Richie, my brother?
Thank you for showing some love, sweetheart. I appreciate that. So Friday, I will be going up there and I will be putting some goodies down. I made a couple of...
You make your frozen stuff for him?
I did.
Nice.
I did. I have it wrapped in 2 Ziploc bags. It's the extra large ones. And I put half of a Sprite. There is cantaloupe, watermelon, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. And my husband said, you can put anything else. I could put a banana, but they don't care for banana too much. Some do, some don't. So I said, okay, I'm going to do this. And I put it in the freezer. And when it's time, I'm going to put it in our little cooler. Leave it there with ice on top of it. So it'll still keep it really cool. After that, then we will be heading up there and leaving little treats. I'm really looking forward to that. You know, baby carrots. They like those too. They like
It doesn't surprise me because that'd be something they could actually find, in that area too. So yeah, I wonder if that's why they like berries, and most of them don't care for like bananas because they're not used to having that out there. That's like an odd fruit for them.
They do like pine nuts.
Oh yeah.
Almonds, walnuts, but they don't like cashews or salted peanuts.
Okay.
That I know for sure. They like wheat thins. They like hi-ho crackers, the honey ones. And I tried taking up a garlic one, the vegetarian. They didn't touch it at all.
Yeah, Griff, I think everybody likes pine nuts.
I would love a bag of frozen fruit, please. It's in the
Yes, they
freezer.
love zingers.
The zingers. Yeah. They also, I have a chocolate zinger. It's chocolate bread and chocolate filling.
Really?
Hmm I
Uh,
also, but I open mine. I open them. I take all the wrappers and I leave them there. But I will say this: they also like Della Rosa. It's dried peanut butter candy. It's like powder form,
yeah.
and you break it. You take a little piece and eat it. They like it.
Oh.
So, and also with that, when I do take, um, just like Sangha, I sent them some, and he put some out, but he
Hmm?
left with the wrapper. Everyone is different, like I said. Me, I prefer to take the wrappers out because I don't need evidence. I already know who they are. So,
Hmm.
but it is good that other researchers do because it gives them a
Oh yeah,
chance to
and try
find
new
the
things and
right, get information. Oh, is this a teeth mark or is it a handprint? Their
yeah,
handprints are different from ours. They're almost the same, but they're different.
and
I mean, they're
their fingerprints are they go straight across, right? They don't swirl.
right. No, ours do. They go across. Um, Also, too, when you try to figure like a print when they're kneeling down, how they do the knuckles, like they do, and from our fingers are like little twigs, but to
Mm.
them, the adults ones are like maybe 2 fingers to 3 fingers,
That big.
and that and they're very big. Yes,
Thank you, Griff.
very. But Griff said,
I
"Oh
shared
no, I won't."
Richie's link or how to get a hold of Richie for Richie
That's
B, and Griff just threw up mine.
yes, that is awesome.
I actually
More will
saw one print in Washington State. I was out getting ready to go hunting, so I was just trailing deer and stuff. And there was one creek, and I had a big sandbar, and there's these two humongous impressions, like they're all pushed up. I'm like, so I go over there. I'm like, what is this? And it took me about 5 minutes to figure out that was feet, and there's two indentions of knees, and then like he actually got on all fours to drink out of the creek. I was like,
they do. That is
that's
a
crazy.
example. Is it as an animal, like a dog or a cat or a lizard? They're down on all fours, right? And but
Yeah.
they will too use cup their hands to drink,
Mm.
so they can be on one hand.
That's like half a
And
gallon of water with one hand.
yeah, it is like a pint. There we go. But they are. Um, I had a question from someone. I can't remember her name. She said, "Do they bathe themselves?" Do you know what pine needles are? They do brush the pine needles on them, but doesn't quite give them the smell of the pine. That is their bath. And they will go into the river or the creek,
Yeah, what was
or a lake.
the group that went up to Alaska had one that they showed actually swam across to one of the islands. I was like, that was really interesting.
Yeah. Well, Sparky, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
went to bingo.
Ed,
I drove myself.
did you?
Yes. Husband put everything in the car. Here's your little bag. I said, thank you. He put the walker. He goes, do you want this one? Do you want the other? I said, no, I better use the seat. He's like, get tired just from there to there. He said, You're strong, you know it, but don't overdo it. I did, and everybody's like clapping. She's here. But
Nice.
I smudged before I went in the bingo.
Did you win?
Yes, I did.
Nice. Nice.
I did. I won off a pool tab,
Oh, good.
which was 500.
Oh, nice.
So I split it. When I came home at 9:30 last night, I gave half to my husband. So, knock, knock.
Wife's up there yelling at the kids, saying, "Get up, get moving."
I will be. I'm not sure. She hasn't quite told me yet she's coming. There's another elder that will be coming from Alberta, Canada.
Oh, very
And
cool.
she wants to go up with me, or she'll meet me in Reno. We'll be meeting up with some family and a little gambling and a nice dinner. Then head out to Winnemucca.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun.
I am really, really excited. I like the picture that was sent for me for the area. And I posted on a short, and you can see the mountain right there. So they'll come. I told my
Nice.
husband if we can get that whole land going towards all the way, it's about 100 acres
Oh,
for
wow.
25.
That's cheap. That is, wow.
But we have to dread for our own well and a sewer tank and electricity. But my husband says we can use solar. And I said, oh, that'd be nice to put on top of the RV as we're building our home.
Yeah.
He says, I didn't know there's like pop-up homes.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff now. I can't remember one. All the walls are pre-built, and it goes together like a Lego set, and then you just pop the top on it. Like they go up in like a day. But
Yeah, that's what he said. They got modules homes doing that. I was
yeah,
like, what? I go, I know that there will be sandstorms. I'm used to that. We got that over at Blackfeet on the res there. But I was wondering, could I make a big shed? Like dig down a wooden shed so they can come in and go. He says, you're always thinking of them. You're not thinking about us. So,
well, they'll need shelter too.
well, it's just like up by San Bernardino, up in the mountains there. We have a warehouse there, and that property belongs to us. But I put it in the kids' name so they can divide it if they want to sell it, or they can make another home next to the big old warehouse. So, and it's all concrete.
Oh,
And
nice.
there's the doors, revolving doors can go either way. So you can come in and go out on both sides. And when there's a fire, they can go all there. It's all concrete, so it cannot burn down.
Yeah, Lisa, I'm not sure. I've seen several of them like on the net and stuff, but I haven't heard any reports of like, are they good for cold weather? Are they, they last a long time? Because they've only been out. The instant pop-ups, I think they've only been out for a couple of years now.
Yeah, about 2 years. That's what, because my husband, as you can tell, we have single trailers here, but our rentals are double wide. We have 2 that are solar, and the 2 in the back, we have one that has it's like a studio. It's 1 bedroom and a full bath and a laundry, and then you have your private little backyard. The
Oh, that's
backyard
cool.
is it's about this size from the window to there, and it's fenced up. It's, the rest they have like maybe up to what is that, 3 feet high, and they're not allowed to put no woods higher than 3 feet. People
Oh
around
yeah,
here,
because some of the what is it? The
yeah,
policies in the area, you can't put high fences in the front, but you can put them in the back.
HA, oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd be surprised. They do drive by and look, and are like, and then they come to the office and they say, "Oh, we checked this." I'm like, okay, but it's okay. I did write up. I proofread his papers, and I had it up and typing and doing it said, and then I realized, hey, did I miss that? And it said, to congratulations to my wife. I didn't know I was being awarded.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, the company said they're sending me a little, a glass. How do you say, a glass award?
Yeah, like a
And so,
glass trophy.
yeah, as appreciation, being his backbone in the office and handling everything while he's gone in meetings or gone with the corporate. And they said that they told him that next year, I need to come out to the gala conference. So,
Very cool.
and my husband says, you won't believe, but there's a couple of corporate managers there, owners that were wondering about your Bigfoot. Yeah, he
Yep.
said that when he was there, your wife really goes out there. He goes, yeah, no, I stayed low where I can just see her. He goes, are you afraid of them? Yep. But they come around our house and they sing. Really? They
I,
come around the phone?
I would say afraid. I'd say uncomfortable.
I told him, it's, you're not afraid of them. You just don't know them.
Right.
You get a little nervous. He says, no, I'm afraid. I said, so you mean you're afraid of a dog or a cat? He goes, no. Okay. Are you afraid of me? Sometimes.
I was gonna say I know that answer.
Sometimes. He goes, I don't want a left foot. I said, you won't get one. But he's like, yeah, they actually do. So, but I think it is time that I go out and see my family there. My
Yep. Go out,
clans.
get some time with them, and do a little balance and little zone.
Little meditation.
Yep.
I'm
Good
already
for your
on my
soul.
good for your mind and body. Yes. Who's in here? Oh, Robin. Bless, Marcy, Forrest, Miss Lisa. Oh, Bigfoot Bander Richie. My goodness. How are you, sir? You're probably on your little lunch break like Wojo does. But
Yeah, I
much
think he just
appreciated.
said he went back to work.
I'm very honored that he stopped by. There's JP, Tansei, sweetheart. ¿Cómo estás tu familia? Dale de señora. Buenos tardes, con los niños. I said, Please tell your wife good morning and her and blessing the children.
He has an awesome family.
Yes. I try not to go live when he's live, but usually Monday and Tuesday is my days, and my husband said, "You go what you got to do, even if it's their friends or not. Remember that." True.
It's gonna happen, you know. It was like,
I mean, he's got some people. I mean, he's really
yeah, he has
got
a lot of people. Yes, brother, thank you for that interview. That was fun.
Oh yeah, he did an interview with you. I watched that. Let's see. If I went back to Speed Time and Kelly, some of it would have to be in the desert. Excuse me. Arizona is desert. Nevada is considered desert. And where Willamaka is, we get snow, but it's not bad snow. We'll get a few inches. It does get rain.
Isn't there a little bit of a pine forest outside of that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I will be like 2 hours from Reno, and the res is like 30 miles.
Okay. I've gone through there a couple times. Nice place. Really cool.
It's really small little town. It's like almost like a mom and pop kind of town. Some of the people were telling me, the rest, I get kind of wild, and I said, well, actually, Winnemucca, it's a native word. That's like their little town, but they open it for everyone. So, and there, I talked to a few others there, and they're kind of nervous about the Saltangas.
If I remember right, they had a lot of murals. I didn't spend any time in there, but going through it looked like a really clean, nice little town. Pretty homey, I should say.
I believe so. I've been through there once. No, I lied. 3 times. But not where to get and sit and enjoy speaking to other people. It's just like pass through, get to the res. But this time, actually looking at property. So my husband was saying, well, there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-car garage for the same price. But the land is shorter. You own, what is it, 5 acres?
Yeah, if you could get 100 for that price, I would do that in a heartbeat, and then worry about the house later.
Yeah, live in the RV and do little by little. Yeah. We have our RV. It's in storage. I want to get it out of storage because paying $200 every 2 months is a lot.
Yeah, that's expensive. But RVs and boat storage is really expensive, no matter where you go.
Exactly. So, I think we should get new tires because sitting for a long time, they crack, right?
They can. Most time, if they're inside and doesn't get the sun on them, they do better. If there's not like big climate changes. Yeah, you just have to check them and see if there's any splits on the side or they're dry.
They do look dry because we just went and looked at them and we were like wondering, I wonder how much the tires will cost. And then I'm like, now we have a truck, we have my GMC, and then we have my purple or my plum PT Cruiser. I said, how the heck are we going to pull all this? He goes, the truck will go on the RV and the PT Cruiser can go behind the RV. I said, oh no, that's dangerous. I said, we can probably put it behind my terrain and pull the PT on those
The
front loading.
the little car haulers or
Yes.
just front wheels. Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, can you handle that? I go, yes. I go, you don't remember me driving the rig? And he said, oh yeah, I remember. There's nothing
Oh
yet
boy.
I'm not done that a man can do. A woman can do it too. It's funny.
That's the one thing I gotta teach my wife still is how to pull a trailer. She can do everything else, but backing a trailer up and pulling it long ways, it's like that's something you have to practice and figure out.
I did, but not an RV. It was a like half one. But I haven't done a home. I mean, when we go travel, we go six. He'll go 6 hours. I'll go 6 hours. And sometimes I just let him sleep, and we're here. He's like, what? Because it's like 12 hours to Arizona where my son is. So, and then, we have to radio him, hey, can you come down the hill? I mean, we're right at the bottom. And he's like, oh, I'm here at the bottom. I said, where you at? He goes, I'm at McDonald's.
Oh, geez.
I said, okay, well, I'll meet you there. Usually turn around and go meet him. And then that time I took my bow up to him. Him and a couple guys go from the home. My son bought a home, and he has some of the brothers live there with him. And he goes back up to the cabin. He's usually there like maybe 4, and then 5. It rotates. So I'm like,
that's cool.
Yeah. He says they got to keep it up and make sure the animals are safe and drug, like making dishes for the fires that come closer or not. So, but he says he enjoys it and he has enjoyed it because it's been like, I think 14 years now doing forestry.
Wow.
From doing regular fireman, now he's force. He transferred.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna have one heck of a retirement. Holy smokes.
Yeah. He was going to go into the Marines, but I said, you're my only son. I want to keep you alive. So I had to sign a paper and let him know you're not going.
Hey, CP.
He said what?
CP just jumped in. He said, hey.
Oh, Dante. Let me see this real quick, please. Last night I was going through some of our paperwork for family heritage. And I think this is your grandpa. My daughter's been trying to find more information. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll look at it.
I did that on one of the, I can't remember the site that you can research your family history. So yeah, something like that. And I
Oh,
did,
and
I
there's
think I did
another one.
3 months, subscribed to it, and then paid for the extra stuff so I could actually get all the way back. Then once I did it, I shut it all off. But it was cool because it actually hooks you to other people that found stuff. So if you find one relative, it just blossoms.
It goes since I don't know my father. I know his name, his last name, and the year he was born. So I put it next to my mother. And then all these leaves started showing. My mother's school like this. And then connects with my grandmother. And I was like, wow. Went ahead and I was like, you got Blackfoot, which is Yaqui. Then the great grandfathers, they're Blackfoot with the Canadian creed.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, we had rejoiced with the Creek Nation in Canada, and since I think 1850,
Wow.
and so everything has been falling down right into it. I'm like, oh. My great grandmother, she was a medicine woman, and she delivered over thousands of babies.
Oh, that's
Not
cool.
not just our race, but others that came to her from outside.
That
And
was
I was
pretty common back then, especially people traveling. They would actually help them with giving birth and help take care of them until they were ready to move on. And
oh, I have many, many stories to say from my grandmother to my mom and Mama Rainfeather. I'm like, are you guys like sisters, secretly sisters or something? She goes, no, just been best friends since we were little girls.
oh, that's cool.
And I
That's
said,
cool.
yeah.
There was a story of my great grandma Pat when she came over on the wagon train that she actually was given, or she was born on the wagon train, and the local tribe actually helped her, and they stayed with them for like 2 weeks, and they basically fed them, took care of them, took care of the horses. I'd never found out if it was true or not, but the story kind of goes that it's kind of normal, especially coming up from there into Washington.
My daughter has been researching to find her biological mother. And I'm right next to her. I tell you, if you want to know information, I can tell you. She goes, I can't remember. I've been with you since I was at 4. And I said, yes, baby, since you're 4 years old. But none of my mom or dad's side came to, no. I left the door open for them to reach out. Her brother was with me for about 12 years, and he said that he needs to go on his own journey at 16. I said, you still
Wow.
have sleep. He said, I'm not to disrespect you or anything, but I believe something's telling me I need to go. He went to New York. And
At 16. Wow.
he wanted to join this band that's from there. I told him, I don't know, just keeping tabs. He did off and on. Now he's still doing music, so
Oh,
that's what
nice.
he wanted. And I'm like, if you're happy, you're happy. And he's still single to this day. He said he didn't want no kids. I said, I hope you went sniff, sniff. He says, no, just like, oh. He says, I've had plenty of women, Mama. I said, it's okay.
Gotta
But
be careful. Gotta be careful.
you, you never
Well, I hope
know.
that,
There could be out there, but just don't say anything
yeah.
because they're
But
always
I hope she
do that.
I hope she, if she wants to find her biological mother, I hope she does. You know,
Yeah, I think she's just trying to find a little closure, and
for sure, sure.
she's has been very, very, very close to me, and she just says, you know, you're my mama, but I just want to know. You guys been playing with my pictures. I just noticed my pictures are down.
You're actually glitching out a little bit off and on.
Yeah,
They must be
I
very
think they're
close
here. Yeah.
because you were fine, and all of a sudden your audio started. Then you froze up, and then it went. Dunk, 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 dunk. Now you're back.
Yeah, I gotta go warmth. And when I get that, that's usually them. They're close by, but I can't feel them like here. Because when they're here, then it really starts getting glitchy. Also, I wanted to say before I forget, a few of the elders, council members from the Navajo tribe and the Cherokee tribe up in New Mexico, they're saying that for being an open mind and sharing stories, they said, I am doing a good job. And to the ones that come beside me on this, they said they can see a bright journey of doing many things like that. I always tell whoever comes on, you know, thank you for sharing and helping and doing some other guidance for other people. They said, you got a good community, which they mean the chat, the viewers. And they were also saying, well, we we see your subscribers go up, go down. I said, you know, I don't care about that. I don't look at it much because you're going to have some come in and come out. They're going to say, oh, okay, you're talking about spirits, you're talking about paranormal, you're talking about the dog man, you're talking about savvy Bigfoots, Satangas. And then they said that you also tell them when storms are coming or heat waves. That is good. That's awesome. And that your viewers also ask, is anything changed? And you have good questions from your viewers. And I said, of course. It's like we're a family here checking our checklist out, you know. And then they were like, awesome. You don't talk much about the it and the Thunderbirds. I said, no, we have talked about the Thunderbirds one maybe a few months back. And they were saying, you really do explain about the it. I said, yeah, I don't like saying the word, but if I really have to, let me smudge real quick.
But yeah, you
But
do. You do, and you explain a lot of it, and you help people with like understanding the medicines, the creams you have, what works for certain things. You cover a lot. You really do.
like this morning, I see my husband walking like this. I go, what is your body bothering you? He goes, yeah. I said, come here. So this cream, like I was telling the other day, how it's, I wish you guys could really smell it. I put the scooper because I put a scooper in them so you can put it wherever. I did it all over his lower back where the dimples are and his mid, all up his mid back. And he's like, I can turn. I said, it's going into your pores. You'll start feeling it.
That's awesome.
Hey, Roger, how are you? Thank you for joining. It's too bad Sangha hasn't been around. He's been helping his brother-in-law move into a home. I talked to Alicia last night too. So.
Oh, good.
What are your plans for this weekend?
Well, since my daughter's up here, she came up, was it 2 days ago? And she's hanging out with us till this weekend when we go down to her place. So we're going to use her and my son to rip out the carpet and everything out of our extra room and start redoing it. Because my son's moving from the room he is now to that room because it's bigger for him. And then my wife's going to make that an office. So we're kind of switching rooms everywhere.
How big is your ranch?
5 acres.
It's not more.
Well, kind of. There's a 2 acres thing right behind mine that's going back up for sale. We're trying to buy that. And then there's 90 something acres behind that. That's just for cows. And then I have another 25 acres on that side that's just pasture for cows. And then I have another 5 acres on this side that's just pasture. So I have a lot of land around me. I just don't own all of it.
Okay. Because when I was snooping, and then I had told you, look at the barn, see if you see any markings. Did you see any markings?
I did on the main barn, but we have another barn that's also red, and I haven't gone out there yet. So, but yeah. And my wife just painted those. Oh, what, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago, something like that. So it should be easier to find them.
I think your landmarks are a little off.
Yes, they were. When we moved in here, they had everything was off. This property was wrong. And so they actually redid the whole property lines when we bought the property itself. So the person before us thought they had about another acre and a half. There are 2 acres right on there. But yeah, they're all off.
All 4 corners.
Yep. And where you might get that feeling, so this property was owned by one of the homesteaders up here, Rogers. His house is actually my next door neighbor. That his 5 acres. They actually owned all of this. So they had like 1,000 acres here, and that was their property. So you kind of get the same feel if you walk from here to there to back there. They all kind of has the same energy, I should say. Because his buildings that were over there, they moved to my property. So he has some original buildings. I have some original buildings. It's, yeah.
I got that. I was like, wait, this doesn't sense you. It sends like a different present. Then I went over to turn to the right, and this is and I'm like, hey, his markings are off. You should go more out. But every recorder doesn't always cannot be exact. They'll either give you a little more or a little off, but they're off a lot on all 4s.
Yeah.
That's like I told him when we go check the property out in Willamata. And so we need to really find out what is the measurements. Is it actually 1,000, 500? Because anybody can throw a number up and say, yeah, and then you go there and like, what?
Yeah, where's the marking states for the corners of everything, you know? And
I always look at that. Always.
Yeah.
Who are the markings? Is there any river or creeks? I think there's a creek back there. I'll go and check
Oh,
this
that'd be
weekend.
good.
Yeah.
I got one that runs right in the middle of my property, and then I have the irrigation that goes to the front of my property. So I got a lot of water.
It's
And my
good to have water.
My water table is really high. Like my well is only 100 feet deep.
Okay. So that's what I wanted to know too. How deep should we do the wells to have the water? Because we have well water here, and we get the residents. The pressure is not strong. Sorry, we're not city limits.
Right?
You're a
Yeah,
country.
really. If there's anybody else around you, then you could actually ask them as like how deep did they go down, and if you have a couple and they both go down the same, then usually that's the water. You have a water table there, so you can kind of figure it out. There's never for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
They might be 500 feet, and you might have to go down 1,000 feet. You just never know.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I was asking him and everything. You were talking to them, so didn't want to change the relationship. Oh. Why do you want to
Griff? You could,
But
if
Griff,
you want to go to the back corner of my property, Griff, I have a little ammo bunker. It's a little cement building for holding dynamite. You can live in that. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Denise, me too.
She said to say hi to the spark.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty lucky where I'm at. I really only have one neighbor that you can actually see from the house, and he is so nice and easygoing, and we really lucked out when we came here.
I know that my husband and I, we don't mind living here, but he's going to retire at 65. And I told him if we start now, by the time it's time, we already have at least the RV set and ditch for the water, and we can add propane. But I don't know how much is out there too.
Like I have 1,000-gallon propane tank, and then one that's 100-gallon, and the renting them is nothing. It's like I think $20 or a year or something like that. It's really cheap.
Yeah. I know that when in Minnesota, in Bagley, Minnesota, when I was with my son and the ex-daughter-in-law, I paid $600 to fill it up.
Oh yeah.
And
it's not cheap. It's not cheap.
It ain't cheap. But she didn't say how. She goes, oh, I think she's a few hundred, maybe 2 or 3. But okay, I can do that. The guy goes, you're almost dry. I said, what? He goes, you never want to ever go that low. I said, well, I just got here like a few months ago. I'm only here visiting with my son and get to know my grandkids. And I told my husband, I says, he goes, bet you anything she didn't order any and just spent the money. My son was mad.
Oh yeah. That's us. It's like we always get it midsummer. up to August is where we try to fill everything up because that's the best price. Because once you get after that, it starts getting cold. It like doubles in price. So like for us, it's like $2,400 a year for propane because we have propane heaters because the house is kind of big. But that even using that in wood, we'll run out of propane right around just before April, right around April. So then we have to like
Yeah,
have
see,
them come out and put a little in.
that's how I always had to make sure when over on the res, we make sure we had enough. And Mama Rainfeather, she go and check. She goes, "We ain't gonna be cold in the winter because this snow is gonna be crazy." She even made a house for it. You know how they have
Oh yeah,
covers or
yeah.
oh no, she made a little house over, and then there's a commode right there. And then there's like a little single sink. I was like, "You put this all together?" She said, "I did. I did for that commode." I said, "Is this an odd house or a protein house?" Oh, all right. Hmm. Yeah, I can see. I don't see no smears. Don't like it when it looks like kind of foggy. Um, Somebody was asking, I think it was in the last video, how do you feel about spirits lingering around after,
Depends.
shutting things down?
You mean just the roamers or the people are just kind of there?
Well, the way she said it is, how do you
Or like after they
mute?
die and they're just kind of lingering there for a while?
Well, I told her this. She says, "How do you and Sparky deal with spirits or them from the EVP? I don't use of EVP; it comes to me naturally. But
Well,
how do
yeah.
you deal with them? Like at the
Uh,
end?"
I use EVP. I use what they call a static box. That's the radio that flips frequencies really, really fast. But I have better connection and answers if I just need yes and no by having to make noises. That seems to work the best for me, and figuring out why they're here. If they're just hanging out, want to help the family, or they feel like this is a safe spot for them, then usually I have no problem with them at all. And that's the ones I say I have like a spirit guardian army in my house and my property. The good ones actually make sure the bad ones stay out, and they'll let you know. They'll start making noises and stuff, and then I'll pick kind of like, is somebody new here? And then usually if it's something bad, I won't get a tick. I'll get like a heavy knock. Like, yeah, we got a problem. And then I have to figure out why we have a problem and move them out. Which is doesn't happen too often. Usually just tell them it's like, be nice or go away.
Yeah, for me, and like I was saying, I when I was sleeping, I turn my head and I see a mist. It's a little, like a little short lady. And it's a mist. And she speaks Spanish. And she was telling me, "I'll be okay if you can come to me and pray." And that's the little lady in number 9 that's waiting to leave her body.
Gotcha.
It's got to me twice already.
Yeah.
My husband says, "Don't go over there until one of them, the daughters or the son or the father to come
Mhm.
and say, "Is your wife here? Can she pray over?" The other, because she's trying to fight it,
Gotcha.
and I told my husband, I can feel her because she's coming to us.
Mhm.
So it's not, it's going to be soon. And then he's like, "Why do they always come to you?" I said, "Because I'm the one in the middle to give the message." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, but why all the time?"
Well, you're kind of like
And
a, your beacon. Once you start working with the spirits and native or natural entities, little people, fae, Bigfoots, all those. You almost, to me, how I look at it is there's a big spotlight that's coming down on you where everybody can see, and they're like, "Hey, I can talk to that guy or that gal because they know how to." So I kind of look at it that way most of the time. Why people that do it a lot do get a lot of stuff, even around their home or, you know,
if you have high energy
yes, yes,
and respect it, they're going to come
that's
to you naturally.
that's the key, I think. And sometimes, like I told you, I have two now that are new. One speaks Spanish, and the other one speaks Italian.
It's Italiano.
And yeah, that was hard. I mean, translating all that, but they're not here all the time because my guys are kind of like, no, you're gonna leave because you're not being nice, because all of the ones that here, they're very respectful of, like, you can't show yourself to my wife, you can't make noises around her, you can't scare her, and they don't, it's like you can only show yourself to me when I'm alone, and so I think like these two, they're trying to come back, but they're not doing a good job because like they pop in and they're like immediately outdoor.
Right.
So a lot of it, people I think get too scared of, like, they're hanging around. It's like, yeah, they're probably having a good time because we're kind of their TV. You know?
Yeah. Actually, um, I was told by one of the spirits, and this one has been, it's the early 1800s. And she says, came up to me and I was sitting in the love seat. And one of the elders was, the two of them, Jim and Patty, Patricia, excuse me, were sitting in the couch. And we had just finished doing a prayer. And then we were singing, and I was doing my drum as we were singing. And we said, "You know what? I think I'm ready to go in the sweat lodge." We went in there. My husband helped us put it back up, and we dig a little pit as the fire's going, and then it smoldered. Then we threw some tobacco in there, and then we sat down. I sat on the chair, they sat on the ground, and we were like, "Who's present?" We had 10 people in that sweat lodge with us, saying,
Wow.
and they were from the early 1800s. They said, "We are relatives of people you speak with. Um, we are fine, but they are not." And I'm like, "How am I supposed to find out who these are?" They will come to you. Some of them I got a hold of and I spoke of, and then I made this one family cry, and I had to apologize because I'm not, it just comes out. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say it any other way. And the
And a lot of times
husband,
that's just emotional for them, knowing that you could say enough that they know it's actually them.
right.
So yeah.
And I said, do you know Lydia? And the man said, yes. And he goes, "What is her last name, or what does she look like?" I said she's about 4'8". She wears a size 5, and she's medium built, and she has blue eyes and black hair. He just looked at me and he says, "That is my great grandmother."
Oh, wow.
I said, she said that do not sell the land. The wife had put it up for sale, and he wasn't sure if he wanted to do that or not. I said to them both, I said, do not sell. Big things are coming. Land markings are not right. Go and look at your property, the papers. It tells you how much land you own, because the neighbor had taken at least 20 acres.
Oh, wow.
So he went back and he had told me, "You were right. I'm so grateful." So they had a fight for that. And then another one was saying that the lady, I can't remember her name, but she says, "Please tell my granddaughter that my brooch is in my old purse." And she was having a garage sale.
Oh.
And when the lady said, "Oh, I love this antique purse," and then when she went to touch the bag, she got a straight vision. And then exactly, she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't sell this. It was with the other bags. Oh, I didn't know it was there." I had called her the night before, and she didn't even realize it was in the box too. When she was
That's
putting it
crazy.
down, things like that. Me getting message to tell people. Sometimes it's farther out, and I can't get a hold of them. I'll ask them, "Is there a different way? Can you see numbers? Can you write it down?" And when you're in a mirror or a glass and you see how the steam has made it mossy on the window, then
Yeah.
you can see them writing the numbers.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's how I got it. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Military brat. Uh-oh. I knew a lot of military brats growing up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a lot. Does anybody have any questions? Because if not, I'm going to go visit my client because they are here. I keep feeling them like poking me. So,
But hey, come talk to us. What the heck? Griff, yes, you are a brat.
I'm just a brat. Oh my goodness. Being around military, I always tell my family, I go, "I wish you the best, but don't forget your family." I understand. Like I told my grandkids, you want to enjoy the world, join the military. But remember where you stand. And I understand you belong to the government.
Yes, you do.
They're like, "No, we don't. We belong to our family." No, when you sign that paper to the government, it's just like there are people in the facilities, they are owned with the government, the state, right? But the military is in the opposite way. They have more
You
freedom.
go where you're told to go, and you do what you're told to do, and you're going to eat what you're told to eat.
Exactly. Yep.
So Denise had a question about you were going to talk about the Earth changing.
Yes. Now, the changing of the earth, trees are being cut down that are not to be cut down. I don't know if people are doing it because for wood, for fires, but these are healthy trees. I was told that many places will feel the earth shaking. I was also told back east will have a heat stroke, so please be careful. Then there will be another storm coming. I've been feeling it, so have they. They said that words from Asatanga or the village people, the smaller ones, they speak. And when we get interviewing from them, I like to share. I ask it, may I share what you are telling me? So yes, there will be trees moving. And someone asked me, does trees move? They do. Also, when you are having a storm, I'm not saying it's going to be today, it can be within a month or two. Just make sure you're safe somewhere because the hail will be like a golf ball. So please, if you're in the heat, make sure you're covered, you're lathered with whatever, you're drinking plenty fluids. Also, make sure you do have an emergency kit around. Because of these flash floods that we have, and I've said this back then, there will be floods. They're saying the people that are at higher ground will not be flooded, but they'll have mudslides. Some areas will be, if they have a little creek where it's enough that goes up to like knee high, it's going to go higher. For those, make sure your cattle or animals are up closer to the home base. High winds will be northern, and they said rainstorms coming, lightning will be coming now and then. So anyone upward towards the eastern, please be careful because there will be some storms coming. They say that you'll be seeing the birds going different way. They will not be going south, they'll be going north. Anything else? Always remember to protect your guys. Protect yourself. Have extra water.
Yeah, extra water, food, batteries for flashlights. And don't forget, if you're not used to flooding, if you do get flooding, a lot of the rodents are going to move to dry land, which your house might be there. So you might get a big bunch of mice or rats or what have you. So be prepared for that.
Yes. If you have totes, make sure they're comfortable clothing, socks, shoes, rain boots, and canned goods. You can also put rice, dry beans, and take your medicine bags. If you're feeling very overwhelmed, grab your bag, smell it, hold it, and just ask, please, please give me the patience and calm down my anxiety. So it is important. But if I get any more information from the other tribals, I will tell you. But according to family that lives off the grid and does speak with the little people, they always tell them, it's changing, it's coming. And like I said, I can feel when it's changing, because when I'm outside barefooted, I can feel the shifting. Feels like she's moving more than before. And then we're going to be feeling the rumble of it. So don't get too scared, but you're aware of it. And anybody has any other questions? Yes, keep medicine in hand. Keep aspirin.
If you take medication, try to get your bottle refilled as soon as you can, so you have extra.
Mm-hmm. And if you have pain medicine, try to accommodate to put some. If you think you can handle, I know that the doctors usually go from 2 to 4, then put 2 away in that. So that way it's there. Don't touch it until it's really necessary. They say it can be outdated. It's still going to be there. But if with that 4 months already, you can take it out, use it. Just remember to replace it. Because sometimes they say medicine is not good. But if you know a lot of herbal things to do, and then when it's that time, we can all gather what plants that you can make tea out of, medicine out of. And if you have scratches or little wounds or whatever, again, certain leaves can help you. And we can all learn from it, I think it's important. Like they say, you need to have a survivor kit always ready. And I do believe that is important. I have one in both my cars. We have a pair set of clothes. It's a buffle bag. In case we need it for overnight, we have extra medicine, radios. I always carry my satellite phone. Because up in the woods, you don't really get service up there. So I don't know how some of these channels can use their phone and getting service.
They have to be, when they're especially going live. I'm going, you got to be really close to
a tower
or something, because I can't do that. It's like everywhere I go, I have no phone whatsoever.
Yeah, because if you're up in the woods, I mean, if you're high, like going up high, like I do, you don't get no service. No matter Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and then if you do those, Boost or Metro, those are not really, it's a name brand, whatever, you're not going to get no service. These walkie-talkies, what are they? They're walkie-talkies 2000 something, where I could be here in California and see how everybody is in New York. We each have one. Those are important, and they are expensive though. I mean, it's like $1,000 for 2, or one, for 2, and they're really good to have. If you don't have a satellite and you don't have enough to add on, what do you call it again? You add money to it.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So I have, I think, 2,500 minutes on it. Or it's not like a prepaid reload. It has to do with the satellite. When you buy one, you're allowed to get so many minutes, and it is important to have. I really, I got one for my son when he started to be out there, and he goes, "No, we're getting one as it is." I said, "Okay." My daughters, they have it's like the CV, what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
have,
Griff's right. Those actually go off cell towers, those kind of radios. So yeah, if the cell towers go out, they'll go out. But one thing a lot of guys carry is the SOS. They're really small, and
yeah,
they work off satellite. So it doesn't matter where you're at. If you hit that button, you can pre-program like a text of like I'm here,
yeah.
or you could say give me help, and then it goes to your local police station or sheriff's office or wherever.
It pinpoints where you're at.
Yeah.
Because my satellite phone does that. They'll
Yes.
pinpoint. And I don't actually have to talk. I can type it in. And give them, excuse me. This is where I say a map, not GPS. An actual map can tell you dimensions where you're at, just as well as telescope. Hold on. Ooh.
Yeah, Griff, I saw some of the new GPS ones. You can text on them. I think I'm not sure if they do that through the satellite plan but it's cool. Me too, Griff. I have 3 ham radios, like handheld, and then I have a big mobile unit in my car. So if all communication goes out, I can actually use that to hit everything. Oh yeah. Compass, or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always need a compass. Always.
Let's see. No. This one here is 40 years old. Can't even break it. I always try to. I need a new bottom, I think. No. Oh, it is new. He must have put a new one on here. I have another one, but that's my medicine stick. I was honored that when I became a medicine woman.
Oh,
I
I got you.
have 2 of them. He uses this one. And he's like, we're at 40. I'm like, what? Do you know how to read a compass? No.
That's hilarious.
He was, I'm not like you. I just cruised. I said, yes, I remember.
I carry this one a lot because it used to be my grandfather's. Oh,
Let's see. Oh yeah, I have a similar. Yeah. Oh wait, let me see. I have one just like that. The Della is red, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I got one that was Red Hawks. Red Hawks.
Yeah, I don't mean when he bought this, but yeah, it's old. But I love it because it actually fits in your pocket like a pocket watch.
Yeah, that is true. Is that me? Yeah,
I think so.
yeah.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Mom, can you call me when you get off? Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you. Let's see. Let me check everything first. Oh, radio. Okay. How about stuff you guys think? Thank you, Lisa. You too. I'm looking for a piece of wood to make for a walking stick. Oh, um, if you can find a red, what it's called, a red oak, pine or an oak tree. Those are the best trees to get. You can get a branch and work it from there.
Elder's a good one. Walnut's a good one.
Yeah.
Or like a spiritual tree. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of when I get the pines, girl, tell them use smaller headphones. She's trying to pick on you now.
Yeah, now she's just gonna pick on me. Yeah, hickory
She
would be
says
good.
she feels
It's maybe
so
hard not
sorry
good at that
for
big.
your wife.
What's that?
She feels so sorry for her wife.
Everybody feels sorry for my wife.
And she says, you're always on the computer. She goes, I've been following you now.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
Mama, he swears just almost as bad as me and Mama Rainfeather. Oh my goodness. She says you haven't cussed yet.
I try not to on yours. I try really hard not to.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You guys have a good afternoon, because I believe it's afternoon because it's almost noon here. So please, thank you again for joining. And everyone, please have a blessed day. Love you all. Thank you, sir.